Suzi here, and today we're playing a Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we need to do a quick should you summon video, aka stop, don't summon for Sun Wukong today, wait to summon until tomorrow, Friday. Alright, I'm a little late putting this out because I just started my day a little bit late. The baby girl decided at 1 a.m. it was time to party, and well, she partied and played until like 4 a.m. before I finally got her to sleep again. So I took a little nap, and meanwhile, it's after reset, and I'm trying to catch up, so I apologize for not putting this out right snap at reset like I intended to, but I did want to wait until I had a chance to have like it be Thursday for reset. And that is because our sponsor here is Smile One. So we have a single top-up rebate event happening now. You could use my link in the description or the pinned comment to top up. You can support the channel, especially if you are a first-time user. So I appreciate anyone using my links. And yeah, it's a perfect time to spend and or top up because you want Sun Wukong. Should you summon? If you don't have an A5 Sun Wukong, yes. If you do have an A5 Sun Wukong that has a bunch of soul stones in them, and you've got a reset available to use, it's a good chance to try to get those use that reset and get those tokens back if you get some dupes. So I think it's a pretty strong should you summon, yes, period. He's amazing and everyone wants him. And this is one of those characters you definitely want fully awakened at 5, or at least awakened 3 if you haven't got there yet. But the rebate event here, depending on what you purchase, which level of W gold you end up spending, you get the corresponding rewards, and there are limited time uses per each tier. So a lot of great extra bonuses here depending on how much you decide to spend, so keep this in mind if you're going to top up. Alright, so yeah, back to that discussion. Should you summon? Yes, you should summon for Sun Wukong, but I would strongly say to wait until tomorrow, because you can do the whole pity manipulation strategy to where you can take advantage of hitting your pities and getting more legendaries than just, I guess, you know, pulling straight on his banner and possibly hitting him early and then losing that bonus guarantee. So there is Yuri and Lord Phineas on Friday, and that's why I'm saying wait till Friday, because you want to do that pity swap and hope to get one of them. Lord Phineas is part of a top-tier damage duo there. If you have a Soul Cadence especially, he's a really great hero. Yuri is a low queen herself. She is just fantastic. I use her so much, and she really enables a lot of damage. She brings debuffs. She's just a great, great hero, and someone you definitely want on your roster if you don't have her already. I definitely won't be mad if I pull some duplicates of her. But it's not even about who is on this other banner. The idea of pity swapping is about maximizing how many legendaries you can get within the same amount or just a tiny bit more summons pulled. So the intent of this, and we'll talk about this banner at the end, but the intent of the pity swap is, let's say you are fresh off a pity, you're at 0, your last summon was a legendary. You will pull on this Sun Wukong banner up until you hit before 180, because you don't want to hit a pity. If you get no legend, this is assuming you get 0 legendaries along the way. Let's see, you keep pulling, you get 0. You're hitting a pity, you got terrible luck, which is actually okay in this situation. You stop at 170. Then you switch to the other banner. You do 110 pull, that's 180. Or even here, you can go all the way to 180 if you want to risk it. And then you're boom, you're at your soft pity. And then you switch to here. And within, 20 to get to 200, you're going to get another legendary. And you can guarantee that it's not going to be Sun Wukong and waste your guaranteed pull on his banner. So between 170 and 180 summons is the safe thing to do, depending on if you're a couple into your pity or not. But if you're fresh at 0, you could pull 180. Go here, do single pulls until you get a legendary. Get your legendary, come back to this banner, and then do your what? It would be the 20 more pulls, 30 more pulls, depending on where you stopped, to get your Sun Wukong. So it's like you're getting a bonus Sun Wukong for only 20 or 30 pulls, compared to possibly going all the way to 180 to 200, getting him, and then the guarantee's over. And then if you want to try to pull for Yuri or Lord Phineas too, you could take another 200 pulls to get there. So it's a really, really cheap way to try to get an extra legendary. And this can work along the way. If you're pulling on this banner and you pop a legendary at like 100 summons in, as long as it's not Sun Wukong, you could then pull all the way up to 199 on his guaranteed tracker. Switch to this banner, pull until you hit a legendary, then swap back to this banner, pull one single summon, and get that Sun Wukong. So that's the idea of pity manipulation. I hope that makes sense. I will show mine in action when I do my summons tomorrow on a Friday, so you guys can see me practicing what I preached. But you could watch any of my other past videos showcasing doing summons. Like I did summons for Sun Wukong the last time, all in for A5, I think my video was. Let's just say I did not come close, but you could see the pity manipulation in the beginning of that video. All right, so should you summon for Sun Wukong? Yes. Should you summon for Yuri and or Lord Phineas? At least with the pity swap, yes. If you have divines and you're missing those heroes, should you summon? Absolutely, they are great heroes. I would say Lord Phineas has much less value if you don't have a Soul Cadence. Like, that's kind of the magic duo at the moment. Or if you already got the strong poison duo and you're working with poison and with the Esotericus, and then Nightmare as the other main boss killer, you probably don't need Infernal. So that could be a thing to maybe not overly stress about getting Lord Phineas. But Yuri, oh my god, she's so good. She's a piercer, and she's got amazing, interesting range. It's so cool with her ultimate, and then she brings the debuffs to help everyone else do more damage as well. And she's a great hero. And yeah, I love her. She's been a huge part of a lot of my best runs for stuff lately whenever I throw her in. Now, let's look at this banner situation. Unfortunately, this is one of the least desired lords to pull now. Ivar is just so much stronger as the Piercer Lord. Even with the poison meta, unfortunately, even though she does have poison and spider bite in her kit, unfortunately, she just doesn't do as much damage and enable enough damage to where she's better than Ivar, even in the poison teams. With all the testing I've seen so far and the damage comparisons, she's not up there. So you could get excited and be like, oh, it's a poison person to go with the poisoners. I didn't get Nastia. Maybe she's the answer. She's not the best answer, unfortunately. So I could really see her getting a buff. It would be nice if she could do like acute poisoning as well. Same thing with Venoma. Venoma is Esotericus, and she has a snake. She deserves poison. But anyway, that's another topic. But yeah, Araka is unfortunately not the best lord to have to pull for, but Cassiel is very interesting, right? Destined put out a great video comparing his damage and showing how amazing he did, like with a Sun Wukong A5, right? He did like, was it more or no? It was the same? I can't remember now. I need to go look again. But he's an impressive damage dealer, even compared with the best DPSs versus boss in the game, like an A5 Sun Wukong. So I didn't expect that when I first read his kit. He sounded good, yeah. I was like, okay, that sounds cool. Got damage reduction, that's amazing. But like, I was like, all right, cool. We got another normal fighter for Arbiters, that's good. But I didn't realize his damage potential is actually so high, and he's so good for the bosses until I saw a little bit more content on him. Absolutely a great hero, but keep in mind, when it comes to Ancient Summoning, there is no guarantee to get a non-lord legendary. You could pull 1,000 summons and never hit another legendary except the lords. So unfortunately, while there's boosted rates, there's no like pity to try to have a higher chance to get him, besides the fact that there's a 20 times. And usually the rates are pretty good for all things considered for pulling on those ancient banners. It's a different pool of heroes, and yeah, I mean, he seems cool. Is he a must get? I mean, it just depends on you. If you have a Praetus and Arbiters are one of your strong suit, especially if you got Praetus and Ingrid and you're constantly using that sort of team like I am, I definitely see trying to pull for him. He's also a Northerner. So a Northerner here with him and Elder, and as the Elder is the Lord, and then like Falsia, that is a boss killing amazing team that's probably going to be highly underestimated. But I've seen our friend Trax there doing amazing damage with a Elder and Falsia focused team with Northerners in like Titanic Ruins. So if you guys are working on that and that's someone you have that you haven't really utilized, he can also be part of the Northerner faction and get those bonuses too, and not only Arbiters. But yeah, I would definitely pull this weekend. I don't see why anyone would not pull this weekend, period, again, unless you have an A5 Sun Wukong, and those A5s are all dupes and not soulstones, and or you don't have any resets to consider getting your soulstones back. So that is the dealio. Let me pop out of here and come to my Sun Wukong so you guys can see what my plans are. Go away, bundle. I don't know if I can afford you. I have A3, but I do have 3 stones into him because that's how unlucky I got, guys. Wow. How do I have A3 and 3 stones into him? Did I never get another copy ever? No. Oh my god, I never even got 1 extra copy? I thought I got 1 extra copy. Never? No. I pulled 1,400 summons. Oh, and then I kept pulling more and I never got him. I just got the soulstone that was part of the event. Oh my god. So yeah, if you guys want to feel better about rates, people think content creators are rigged. No. I have an A3 Sun Wukong. I pulled like 1,400 summons to try to get him last time. I didn't get any copies. None. Except for the one. Oh wait, no. This is 1. No, wait. Yeah, that's... Wow. I didn't get any copies except the 1. And 3 soulstones in him. That sucks. Yeah. I wish I had 2 reset tokens. I only have 1 right now. And I really want to save that for Praetus because I'd rather reset and get 4 big boy soulstones back instead of 3 little ones. But hopefully Mountain will do another reset for us. They should definitely do those at least a couple times a year. I would think it'd be nice if they could do like 3 times a year, you know? Maybe a little bit more quarterly. I mean, quarterly might be too much. Okay, fine. 3 times a year. Please, Mountain, allow us to have a little grace here when we are terrible on luck for pulling some of these heroes like this. And we're forced to do this even though we spent a lot of money and pulled a dozen heroes and none of them were Sun Wukong. Okay, anyway, I hope you guys have luck this weekend. Ramble over. I will be maybe live streaming, but not for the summoning party. If I'm able to stream for the other game I'm playing for Reverse, I will. I'm not sure though. We'll see. I don't think I'm gonna have time to stream tomorrow, which is why I don't really want to count on doing a summoning party at my normal time. Alright guys, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.